Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Flying with the Foam on Honest J. Nowak. And now, for today's little review here. It's simple as that. Let's just go a little bit big, shall we? And this is quite in ways bigger than what I usually go for. Because, well, if you look at it, well, from barrel to stock, this is the Elite Delta Trooper. No, it ain't. This is the Sierra Major. Sierra Major. Simple as that. If people can't really accept something like this, important changes that need to be addressed, and plenty of other related situations, then well, I don't see any point in even complaining about this stuff. Well, anyways, the Sierra Major probably should not be at the core of, well, being on the list of blasters that happen to have some trademark related issues, and as a result, it pretty much needs to, well, have its name changed. Because Sierra Major is pretty much the pick that I give to it, but it's quite a ways more than just that. It pretty much works in the same way as some blasters have. The Recon CS6 from the N-Strike series was of course a pretty good blaster for the time, and it really paved the way for a lot of ideas when it comes to Hasbro manufacturing different blasters with a lot of different attachments as well as clip magazines and all that good stuff that just apply to most Nerf kits and sets. This one right here is certainly not out of the question because, as you might expect, it's basically a core blaster, a barrel, a stock, and even a clip. But, of course, this actually had a 12 dart clip and not a 6 dart clip like I have right here. I usually have 6 dart clips on most of my blasters when I have them hung on the Nerf wall. Of course, there are a few exceptions to that, but for the most part, when it comes to regular dart blasters, the 6 dart clip is usually my pick, for that matter. Well, aside from all that, it's just as you'd expect. The Recon CS6, Retaliator, and Avalanche, and many other blasters of that sort that include a core blaster with a barrel, a stock, sometimes other attachments, and, well, certain magazines. They pretty much work in the same way. Just pull this back, release an empty clip, put a new one in, and push this forward like that. This one, however, does have a few things that are different in comparison. Well, for one, the design of it in general, its stock and barrel shape are pretty different in most ways. Because first of all, the barrel does not even have a tactical rail below it. There is one on top, though, mind you that, but for the bottom part, you can't really put anything down there, including a laser or flashlight or foregrip, which is not unlike the, well, some blasters out there. But in all seriousness, there were a lot of blasters before this that were able to have attachments put underneath the barrel attachment that they come with. And as for the stock attachment, well, it also doesn't really serve much. It doesn't really have itself dart storage or anything of the sort from what I can already gather. It's basically just this. An almost solid piece of plastic that just serves little to no purpose other than, well, just to act like a stock for the back end here. I guess I don't really mind that too much, but if there's one other thing that I probably should mention, well, it did make a brief appearance in Nerf Secret Reveal Bolts of Intrigue, just like some of the other blasters that I've talked about, and also some that I will talk about in the future. And, well, this was used in a small scene during the first, well, 30 minutes of the film itself. A small scene, really. It came out of my knapsack, fully disassembled, and then of course I put the whole entire thing together. It also had a red dot sight on top and a large drum on the bottom. And it wasn't really used that much afterwards, but in all seriousness, this still was a blaster that I used during the production of that film. But one other thing, you can actually use slam fire on this thing. Yeah, that is quite surprising actually. Who would have thought that you could put slam fire on a recon style blaster nowadays? Well, Hasbro can apparently, and the way I see it, look at how well hidden the jam door is. I mean, it ain't very camouflaged, but if you feel around for it, you can easily find the tabs on the outside that you can use to pull this open. Yeah, like that, see? Of course, you can actually close it by pushing this in. It just takes a little bit of force sometimes. And for some reason, yeah, it moves backwards a little bit whenever you pull the trigger, even when it ain't primed. I don't know how that works, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, anyways, this has pretty much just been the Sierra Major. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that's pretty much going to be it here in Flying with the Foam for right now, but let me just say firsthand that there are, in fact, going to be a lot of other blasters that I'll have here to talk about that were also featured in Nerf Secret Reveal Bolts of Intrigue, which, of course, is a full feature production now. So, if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.